Tonight on Newswatch 18, we take a closer look at the College of Agriculture's Study Abroad program and let you know how to get involved.
An Iowa State employee was killed over the weekend in a car crash. We will give you the latest news on the accident.
And it was an up and down weekend for Cyclone Athletics. Kaysi Woodley will join us later to give you the lowdown on everything ISU from this weekend. All this and more tonight on Newswatch 18.
Live from Studio B, this is Newswatch 18 with Jody Courthouse, Erica Landsman, and Dan Casson Sports. Newswatch 18 starts now.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. We start tonight with an accident that has claimed the life of an Iowa State employee.
The accident occurred on Thursday, and we are now getting more information on how the crash occurred.
Amy Rogers, budget analyst for the Graduate College here at Iowa State, was killed in a car accident on Thursday. Rogers was a passenger in Jeffrey Clandonen's Ford F-250. Clandonen failed to stop at a stop sign while going northbound on 500th Avenue. A vehicle driven by Richard Diltz of Madrid struck the vehicle on the passenger side. The other two drivers involved in the crash were injured, but their specific condition was not given. Police reports stated that all people involved in the crash were wearing seatbelts. Rogers was the wife of assistant hockey coach Mark Rogers.
Iowa State researchers are being awarded a $20 million grant for research on keeping cornfields resilient in the wake of climate uncertainties. The U.S. Department of Agriculture's National Institute of Food and Agriculture awarded the grant to ISU. A team of 42 scientists from 9 different states will team up for the research. Over the next 5 years, the team will be collecting data on over 64% of the U.S.'s annual corn harvest. This Iowa State grant is one of 3 that were awarded nationally.
And staying on the topic of agriculture, some ag students are finding a way to escape the cold Iowa weather. Rachel Malone and Drew Norton have more on the story.
For over 10 years, the College of Agriculture and Life Sciences has had its own study abroad program. The study abroad office inside Curtis Hall is where students can take advantage of travel opportunities while still in college. Each year, approximately 250 ag students study abroad. Helping them plan their overseas adventures is Shelley Taylor.
The College of Ag and Life Sciences has had a study abroad office since 1999, so we just finished celebrating our 11th year, which is really exciting for us. The college has really made a strong commitment to international programs for undergraduate students, and part of that commitment is staffing a study abroad office with 3 full-time staff, really providing a huge number of academic opportunities abroad for students in the college and some significant scholarship money to help them pay for it.
Iowa State junior Kaysi DeMott traveled to New Zealand last fall. DeMott is currently planning a trip to Australia.
My study abroad experience was to New Zealand on the North Island. We visited Auckland, Palmerston North, Hamilton, and Lake Taupo. In all those different areas, there was different types of agriculture. We got to visit various farms that consisted of dairy cattle. We visited a dairy goat farm, which was different because I've never been to a dairy goat farm before. We also got to visit Pioneer, which is big in the U.S. as well as in New Zealand, so I got to see a test plot for seed corn. I also got to visit many of larger companies, such as Fonterra, which is a marketing company. They market dairy products throughout the whole world, and they also have a location in Chicago, here in the U.S. Overall, just getting the agriculture experience in another country. I've never really been on a dairy farm before, and I got to visit one of those in New Zealand, and like I said, a goat farm, so I got to see many different types of agriculture in other countries. So overall, it was just a great experience. I don't really know how to explain it.
For ISU TV with Rachel Malone, this is Drew Norton.
For more information about the College of Agriculture's Study Abroad programs, visit www.agstudyabroad.iastate.edu.
Ayman Fayed, an Iowa State assistant professor of electrical and computer engineering, is focusing his studies on improving power management in portable devices. He's using a grant from the Grow Iowa Value Funds, a state economic development program, to work with engineers at Cedar Rapids-based Rockwell Collins to test his technology beyond his campus laboratory. Rockwell's Collins became involved when their engineers wanted to hear about research projects at Iowa State and explored potential collaborations. Fayed's work in power management and integrated circuit design immediately caught their attention. Fayed's target is to build energy-efficient power regulators that convert a battery's voltage into stable power for devices' radio frequency circuits.
A new Iowa State University study may shed light on one reason for false confessions to crimes. In experiments simulating choices suspects face in police interrogations, undergraduate subjects altered their behavior to confess to illegal activities in order to relieve short-term distress while discontinuing potential long-term consequences. The researchers say that the results may help explain why some suspects confess to crimes in order to avoid a police interrogation, even though they increase their risk of conviction and severe penalties by doing so. Researchers also see the results underscoring the need to limit the use of police interrogation methods that may exploit suspects' vulnerabilities and encourage them into making confession decisions on the basis of short-term gains.
The rumored proposal to sell a Jackson Pollock painting on the University of Iowa campus is causing quite a stir among students. Iowa lawmakers are considering the proposal to sell the piece in order to fund future scholarships. The painting was valued at $140 million in 2008. University President Sally Mason urges lawmakers to reject the proposed sale of the piece. A student protest against the bill is set for Thursday.
When we come back, I'll give you an update on all of this weekend's Cyclone sporting events. Stay tuned right here to Newswatch 18.
You know, recently a woman wrote me to say nobody cares what happens to her money. Well, that's just not true. For 75 years, the FDIC has protected the money you deposit in banks. Those depositors have never lost one penny in the history of the FDIC. So here's the bottom line. You just can't put your money in the bank and not know how FDIC insurance works. You have got to make sure your money is 100% protected. So I want you to go to myfdicinsurance.gov and click on Edie the Estimator. In just a few simple steps, Edie lets you know if all your money is safe and sound. If I were you, I would want to know that. Who cares more about your money than you, me, and the FDIC?
Susie's right. Visit myfdicinsurance.gov and use Edie the Estimator, because the more you know, the safer your money.
America is turning over a new leaf. The SmartWay leaf from the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. The SmartWay leaf will help you identify environmentally friendlier cars and trucks that can save you money. These vehicles are certified to be more fuel efficient and produce fewer greenhouse gases. And look for renewable fuels to improve our energy independence. Follow the leaf to epa.gov/smartway.
Cyclone sports action this weekend started Friday night in Hilton Coliseum when the Iowa State gymnastics team topped rival Iowa 196.35 to 195.85. Iowa State's season-high score kept the Hawkeyes from clinching the Hy-Vee Cy-Hawk Trophy this year. Senior Jody McKellar's bars performance ignited the Cyclones in the second rotation as the Calgary, Alberta native posted a 9.95, tying the highest score in ISU history on the event. The last time an ISU gymnast tallied a 9.95 on bars was when All-American Aaron Detloff posted the mark in March of 2004. On the hardwood, both the ISU men's and women's basketball teams competed in Hilton on Saturday. On the men's side, the Cyclones fell to number 20 Missouri 76-70, slipping to 1-11 in Big 12 play and dropping their 9th consecutive game. Missouri's solid shooting at the free throw line in the second half helped them secure the lead as the Tigers hit 16 of 20 shots from the charity stripe. ISU freshman Calvin Godfrey posted the first double-double of his career with 13 points and 10 rebounds, but his effort, along with Jake Anderson's 17 points, wasn't enough to hold off the Tigers. The Cyclones traveled to Austin, Texas on Tuesday night for a Big 12 battle with the Longhorns. Tip-off at the Frank Irwin Center is set for 7 p.m. and will be televised on ESPN3. The Iowa State women's basketball team took on Colorado at Hilton on Saturday night and rolled past the Buffaloes with a final score of 71-45, improving to 6-6 in Big 12 play. Senior Kaysi Woodley led the way for Iowa State with 17 points and 7 rebounds, while freshman Lauren Mansfield chipped in 13 points for the Cyclones. The Buffaloes shot just 27% from the field and dropped to 3-9 in conference play. Saturday was the 510th consecutive game Iowa State has scored at least one three-pointer in a contest, a streak that dates back to February of 1995. If the Cyclones hit another tray tomorrow night against Texas, they will break the NCAA record for most games in a row with a three-pointer. Tip-off against the Longhorns is set for 7 p.m. in Hilton Coliseum. Trevor Bayne shocked the NASCAR world today by winning the Daytona 500. It was only the rookie's second race at the Cup level, and the young Bayne celebrated his 20th birthday just yesterday. In a race with a record 16 caution flags, Bayne held on for the win after taking the lead with just 3 laps to go. With the win, Bayne becomes the youngest driver ever in NASCAR's biggest race to win and puts the historic Woods Brothers team back in victory lane for the first time in 10 years.
We had a pretty crappy day today, but for the most part, we'll stay tuned after the break to see if that's going to stick around.
It wasn't supposed to be like this. My baby's so worried. My grandbaby's so tiny. No one knows why she was born premature. Or if she'll be okay. All we can do is wait for the answers.
It's your home, it's your dream. Radon testing, keep it healthy and clean. Make it green, green, green.
Making it green starts from the ground up, so make sure the air in your home is healthy for your family to breathe. Test your home for the presence of radon. Go to epa.gov/radon.
Make it green, green, green.
Welcome back to Newswatch. We're going to take a look at your Iowa weather really quick. Definitely today wasn't the nicest day, and I hate to say it, but that's going to continue. Tonight we could see some potential freezing rain as the surface temperatures start to drop below freezing. 30 is going to be our temperature around midnight tonight. 6 a.m. will be sitting at about 26, so definitely as those temperatures start to get colder, that rain will transition into snow. So 3 p.m. tomorrow, though, 30 degrees, so definitely chillier than we're used to. Right now, we're sitting at about 37 with a little bit of rain going on. And if we take a look, again, there's just a few stations reporting rain right now across the state. But for the most part, it's been a cloudy, wet day for most of the area. You can see on radar, most of it's moved out of the state, so we don't have a lot more to worry about. Minnesota's actually getting a lot, though. For tonight, again, chance of freezing rain. That'll turn into snow as we go on later into the night. Winds will pick up north-northwest around 15 to 20 miles an hour with our low sitting right around 24. And if we look into tomorrow, that rain is definitely going to transition into snow. North-northwest winds around 10 to 20 miles an hour. So again, winds picking up a little bit tomorrow. High only of around 27 to maybe 30 degrees. So definitely much colder tomorrow than we're used to. If we look at the 5-day, you can see again 27 for the high for tomorrow, 34 on Tuesday, so we get a little bit of a break before the next system starts to move in on Wednesday. High of around 46, and again a chance of snow and rain possible as the temperature drops off again, and we will end the week with some more snowstorms.
All right, thanks Liz for the update, and we are going to end the show tonight with footage from Ben Kronberg's stand-up comedy at the M Shop this weekend. Have a great night, and we'll see you on Tuesday.
that's all it knows. All it knows how to do is wrong.
It's because we are girls, and talk to girls because you gotta experiment.